What up? What up? I'm Tom Smoke, and it's the post workout pump check, week 5, day 2, plyometrics. And damn, that was rough. I was sweating my ass off. I had to lose the t shirt. And I had some food before I did the workout, so I really wasn't able to crush it like usual. And I had to work late, so I got started late, and my ass got worn out at work. So I didn't really do a top level effort in the plyometrics workout, but it still got it in. Still worked the hips, the thighs, the arms. Hell yeah. And we're looking good. And I don't feel like showing you my legs, but that's okay. You can use your imagination. Check out my other videos for training, tips, progress, other stuff. Hell yeah, we're getting shredded this year. About to finish up my little maintenance top up. Did about a week and a half so far on maintenance calories. Gonna finish out the rest of this week, and Sunday, maybe even Monday, start dipping down. Probably do a 3 week little mini cut. Try to lose this last little bit. I'm hoping I can lose about 5 more pounds of fat. We'll see. I got all the time in the world. So even if I lose a little bit here, a little bit there, as long as I don't go up, steadily going down with body fat percentage, that's all that really matters. Making progress every day, forward progress. That's the mindset you got to have. You can't be discouraged if the scale weight goes up, or let's say, you're feeling diet fatigue, so you want to eat normal stuff. And let's say, you want to pig out for a little bit. You can't beat yourself up because you want to eat a little bit extra, on the side, so to speak. It's not like you're eating a whole pizza 3 times a week. You're talking about adding one meal that might be 1,000 calories, but it's a whole meal. 2 years ago, well, it was like a year ago, I was experimenting with the diets and I was adding 3 donuts every day, or like four times a week. I would have a couple donuts, and it would be like a morning thing where instead of having eggs, I would just have donuts instead, and I gained a couple pounds. This time, I'm leaving out the donuts, but I'm eating lunch meat sandwiches, and I was doing some calorie math on the lunch meat and the bread and stuff, and you add that shit together, and it's up there, and double, 2 lunch meat sandwiches with cheese and condiments plus a side, a glass of milk or whatever. That's easily 5, 6, 700 calories. Easily. So just keep that in mind, fellas, when you're doing your diets and stuff. You got to maintain a certain degree of boundaries with your diet. If you are going back to maintenance, or even if you're just experimenting with, whatever kind of food items that you want to experiment with, you have to be mindful of the scale weight. You got to be mindful of how you look in the mirror. And if you start getting fat and that's not what you're trying to do, you need to pump the brakes a little bit. You got to back that shit up and diet back down again, because if you're already noticing that you're getting fatter, it's already too late, brother. You fucked up. So, as far as diet and maintenance, if you're dieting at a large calorie deficit, and then you swing back the other way and now you have a humongous calorie surplus, you're going to be messed up. I don't know all about hormones and stuff, but just psychologically, you're going to be messed up. Now, depending on how you do the diet, you may have retrained your stomach to not be able to handle that kind of shit. Then it becomes a psychological thing because you physically can't handle that much food. And if you're binge eating that much, you probably got something else going on. And if you're forcing yourself to eat that much, like, there's something else going on. Because I've had times where there was no possible way that I could gorge myself on as much food as possibly, I could. There's been times I couldn't even eat a foot long sub sandwich. And I used to be able to eat more than a foot long sub sandwich. But anyway, you got to be mindful about what limitations you have in your food item, toolbox. And if you're getting out of a diet and going into maintenance, you either want to slowly add calories to where you're trying to get at, or let's say you used to have 3 meals and now you have 2 meals in your diet phase, and now you're going out of the diet to maintenance, so you want to add that third meal. You don't necessarily have to make it a small meal and add incrementally more food. In my opinion, you can just go straight for that meal. Like for me, when I get home after work, before I do my exercise, or sometimes after my exercise, I'll have something to eat. Now, most of the time, I won't, just because like it's late at night and I try not to eat anything past a certain time in the evening. But because I'm having to go to maintenance, I have to experiment on what additional food I have to throw on the menu in order for me to maintain the weight that I've got. And I've made observations and noticed things as far as how big my tummy gets with the more food I consume, how fast it goes down. As far as carb loading my muscles and glycogen stores, if my muscles get bigger and more swollen compared to being flatter, just those things, I'm taking observational notes and stuff, and that's things that you're going to have to do in the future for yourself, because everybody's different. Everybody needs different calories and macros, and that's just, everybody's different. So do your own calorie math, find out how much calories you need, and either diet, maintain, or gain. But right now, I'm trying to maintain. So I had something to eat before plyometrics and I couldn't do a good workout. But I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I stuck it out and I went as hard as I could and did my best. And that's what counts, because you can't go crazy doing home fitness. You just do your best. And that's all you can do. And eventually, over time, you'll get stronger. You'll get results. You don't need to show off for anybody and get crazy PRs that you're going to rip a muscle, or, drop something and end up hurting yourself or breaking something. So take it from me. I'm in my 40s. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm an old man. I'm unk status. And I'm doing home fitness and I'm getting results. I went to the gym and wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of money. If you can't do it yourself, you might need a coach. You might need a mentor, somebody who can kind of help you along the journey. I've got a Discord group with like-minded fellas that are trying to get fitness and diet and mindset sorted out. And we got one-on-one coaching available, and we have a members group with better access for me. And you can hit me up in DMs and ask me questions and get training advice and coaching. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video. And watch my other videos. I got training tips, diet advice, observations, and other things. I used to be fat. Now I'm fit. I'm getting lean and ripped. I got ripped in 2025 with the P90X3 30-minute workout. And in 2026, I'm getting shredded with the P90X. We're doing the 90-day challenge, and day 30 is a wrap. Tomorrow is day 31. We're doing back and biceps. So join me tomorrow at midnight, where we'll be getting it in. Hell yeah. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Let's get ripped, baby.